Hollywood has churned out plenty of controversial movies in the past century. Some have become heralded as cinematic masterpieces, while others remain tied to their past infamy. But in some countries, a problematic movie could be subject to a nationwide ban. Religion, politics, sexual content, violence, these are the most common themes among films that are banned from release. Here are 10 banned movies that are among the finest stories told on screen. Number 10, All Quiet on the Western Front, 1930.
Look at him, sturdy and bronzed and clear-eyed, the kind of soldier every one of you should envy. Oh, lad, you must speak to them. You must tell them what it means to serve your fatherland.
One of the first popular films that dealt with the horror of war. All Quiet on the Western Front provides a realistic and harrowing view of life on the front lines during World War I. Particularly with one soldier's growing delusionment with the events he faces. The film was banned in Germany by the Nazi Party throughout the 1930s and 40s due to its perceived anti-German messages, as well as Australia and New Zealand for its anti-war stance. Number 9, The Last Tango in Paris, 1972.
Je suis venu pour l'appartement. J'ai vu la pancarte.
Pancarte?
Oui?
Mais quelle pancarte? C'est toujours la même chose. Moi, on me dit jamais rien.
Bernardo Bertolucci's Last Tango in Paris stars Marlon Brando as an American hotelier who becomes entranced by a younger Frenchwoman with whom he begins an anonymous sexual relationship. Upon its release, the film was given an X rating in the United States for its graphic sex scenes and depictions of violence. It was banned in Argentina, South Korea, Portugal, Italy, Brazil, and Venezuela for its obscene and pornographic content. Number 8, A Clockwork Orange, 1971.
It's big money. And what will you do with the big money? Have you not everything you need?
Mistakenly believed to be banned by censors, Stanley Kubrick's dark fantasy was actually pulled from screens at the request of the director himself. There's no doubt that the ultra-violent scenes push boundaries and were banned in many places for their nature, but it was death threats aimed at Kubrick and his family that caused the film to remain off British screens until after the death of the filmmaker in 1999. Interestingly, A Clockwork Orange was actually given a classification without any edits when it was first submitted for review in 1971. The film has very violent depictions of rape and violence and is still banned in countries such as Ireland and Singapore for over 30 years. Number 7, The Life of Brian, 1979.
Survivor, sir. Ah, throw him to the floor. What's it? Throw him to the floor. Oh.
It wouldn't be the first time that the Monty Python comedy troupe stirred controversy for their humor, but as we've seen already, things are a little touchier when stories about Jesus are concerned. Brian is a young Jewish man who just so happens to be born on the same day as Jesus Christ. This fateful event affects the rest of his life, with people often confusing him for the Messiah. Because of its religious satire, Life of Brian was accused of blasphemy. It was also quoted as so funny that it was banned in Norway and Ireland, among other countries. Number 6, Natural Born Killers, 1994.
What's this? Release the prisoner! What the fuck do I want that for? I'm gonna make a hostage! Hostages? What am I supposed to know? Just get it! Do I have to do everything?
The story of two lovers who commit mass murders together may seem to have an element of romance to you, but not to the rating board. Mickey and Mallory are both victims of childhood abuse, and they grow up getting even with the world by going on a massive killing spree, claiming over 50 victims in Arizona, Nevada, and New Mexico. The media only helps fuel their desire to kill by their glorifying overexposure. The film was accused of inspiring copycat crimes, including the Columbine High School massacre and the Dawson College shooting in Montreal, among others. Due to the violent nature of the movie, it was banned in Ireland. Number 5, Battle Royale 2000.
Ow! Hayden! Who kita na?
Kita no?
This movie has often been compared to The Hunger Games and was also banned on similar grounds. The film story follows a group of 9th grade Japanese students that were sent to an island where they must kill each other so they can survive, and the last standing survivor will be declared the winner. Anyone who has watched the movie knows that the violence is very hard to see through in one go, and the availability of dark humor is plenty. All these factors have helped the movie earn cult status and also gain notoriety among the critics and the audience. The movie is banned in multiple countries, including Germany, but is one of the most successful movies ever made by Japan. Number 4. The Blue Kite, 1993.
妈，您别难过了，舒言这么做是对的。
废话，舒言这孩子就是太要强了。
The representations of Mao's communist regime led the Blue Kite to be banned from release in mainland China, and a 10-year filmmaking ban was placed on director Zhuang Tian. The film, however, won several awards on the international film circuit upon its release. It is told from the perspective of a young boy growing up in Beijing during the 1950s and 60s, demonstrating real stories of life in the city during the Cultural Revolution and exploring hidden truths from inside the mainland. Number 3. Apocalypse Now, 1979.
Change.
You mean right now, sir?
I want to see how writable that stuff is. Go change.
Francis Ford Coppola has had one of the most impressive careers of all Hollywood directors. His movies Godfather 1 and Godfather 2 are still regarded as one of the best movies. This movie by Coppola is also considered to be one of the best movies of all time, but it is also marred with controversy. The movie is banned in South Korea due to the subject and the theme of the movie, despite being regarded as the best movie portraying the horrors of the Vietnam War. It is also largely considered to be one of the best movies ever made. Number 2. Brokeback Mountain, 2005.
30-30, you sleep there. Last summer I had goddamn near 25% loss. I don't want that again. You.
Ang Lee's multi-award-winning film was embroiled in controversy after losing the Best Picture to Crash in 2005. Some accused the Academy of homophobia, especially as the film was widely regarded as the best film of the year and had won more Best Picture and Best Director prizes than any other film at the time. Brokeback Mountain tells the story of the complex romantic and sexual relationship between two cowboys. The film was banned in several Middle Eastern countries and China due to its portrayal of homosexuality. Number 1. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974.
Hello?
One of the most iconic slasher killers out there, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre features a cannibalistic, disfigured killer that hunts down his victims and wears their skin. Something 5 friends learned the hard way. The film is a gory take on an already violent genre and for that reason has been banned around the world. The film was marketed as a true story to gain viewers, though the plot was entirely fictional. The film was very loosely based on the real-life murders by Ed Gein, who kept tokens of his victims in his house, which began some of the controversies. But the main problem came with the excessive violence, which resulted in the film being banned in many countries, including the UK. Still, the film has helped pioneer characteristics of the slasher killer, defining them as faceless, weapon-wielding, burly, and ominous characters. Surprised? Or know of some banned films in your country that are not included in this list? Let us know in the comments below. That is it for today, and I hope you liked the video. If you disagree with our list, please give us your opinion in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to Series Pulse for more top 10 videos.